As we explained on a previous video, adding access control to electric vehicle car chargers mitigates the issue of having unauthorized vehicles parked and charging, making the stalls unavailable for the intended user. Today, Errol from Specialized Lock and I will take you through the wiring for the car chargers, which allows you to connect access control to the charger through the power wires only. This is important because sometimes opening up the case to the actual charging unit can void warranties or negatively impact certifications and listings. The wiring may seem unique, just follow along and we'll explain how this is done.
Alright, so today we are doing a installation of Surefire access control setup with a electric car charging system. We're doing this all through the back. We're making it so you don't even have to open up the front of the car charging station. You should be able to just get access to the power going into it. And what we'll be using is a power converter that will go from, it can go from anywhere from 100 to 240 volts down to 12 volts, which we will be using to power the Surefire. So we'll have 110 going into this, 12 volts coming out to power the Surefire, and also to power the relay, which will keep power flowing to the car. And then also, this is a voltage current sensor. This thing will continue to close this relay, which will charge the car. And then once it stops charging, the contact on here will close and reset. So there's one leg of 110 or 120 and another leg of 120. So we're gonna cut one of them to use to power the whole system. We're gonna cut the other one and run it through the relay and run the voltage sensor or current sensor on it. This is an HID reader that's mounted on the top of the box with its connection for the Surefire. So that's where we're at right now. We're just gonna piece everything together and make it work.
Errol did an overview of the process we'll be going through. I will continue with a diagram to illustrate the same thing another way. Here is a diagram of the process. We will start with the power supply, which will receive its power from one of the hot 110 legs and the ground, and provide 12 volt DC power to the Surefire Wiegand unit.
Okay, now last one.
From the Surefire unit, you go out from relay 1 and the ground to the 12 volt DC control side of the 110 volt AC relay.
Quick explanation here. Basically, when someone swipes their card, the Surefire triggers this relay, which the 120 that is going to be charging the car is going to be going through this relay right here. So that activates it so that the current, we're going to have the current running through this. So as soon as this picks up the current going through it, it's going to keep this relay closed even after this resets. So this will time out after 20 seconds, but as long as the current is running to the car, this contact will stay closed, which will keep this closed, which will keep it charging. Then once it finishes charging, this thing will stop, this thing will open up, which will reset this, and this is already reset. So
at the relay, a jumper is needed to provide the trigger as well as 12 volt DC power to the current sensor relay. The wiring is shown here. We now move to the current sensor, which maintains the relay closed after the Surefire unit initiates the current flow. It should have the second leg of the 110 passing through the hole and then connected into the AC side of the 110 volt relay. The 12 volt DC comes from the jumper off the previous relay and maintains power to that relay as long as charging current is flowing to the car.
the one thing we want to make sure, this thing actually has a little potentiometer on here that controls at what amperage, what current amperage the relay will shut off at. So we want to turn it all the way down, and I think this is like quite a few turns. Yeah, there's a little click right there. I heard a little click basically that says it's turned all the way down. And so that way the car will completely finish charging before that relay resets.
Now all we have to do is place all the components carefully in the box and button it up.
But we didn't have to open it. We can just do it all from where the power runs into the system. It's very simple. I mean, the whole system took us about 45 minutes to do each one, and we didn't have to void any warranty on the actual system.